Things get messy when the girl doesn't wake up and it's too late to call an ambulance because she's already dead. Now they're pointing fingers. You're the one that came with the pills. And then Poet decides to run away and go home. Madlome is back home and she's not happy that Udintle doesn't want Closer to go back home in Makaya. Mngane is also saying Naye wants him to go, but Udintle is the wife, so there's nothing they can do. And Udivet is trying to plan a surprise wedding for Utsidi. Hi, welcome to my channel. Here's an update on Scandal. The boys are confused. They don't know what to do because they check the girl. They think Upet is thinking, let's call an ambulance. Upototo's like, it's too late. She's dead already. Now they're stuck with the body yomuntu obangamazi, and now they're starting to blame each other. Go to, what have you done? What is this? At first they thought we can just say Guti she left and we don't know what happened, but CCTV footage ikhona phela. How are they going to deal with this? Now uTutuko wants ubhotso saying Tutuko sahle wenzeke ngani ntombazana. Athi, hey, don't blame me, mina. Oket is the one that came with the pills. Oket is like, but no one has ever died from these pills. But what if she overdosed? Now they're confused. What are we doing with the dead body? We have to move it. Because they're scared of calling the police. Upazo says Yana doesn't want to go to jail. How are we going to explain a situation of having 4 guys with 1 girl in a room? They're not going to believe us. We're going to end up in jail. What are we going to do? Potso realizes that they can take the girl to those nyaope places where those guys overdose and just dump her there. Because otherwise all of them are in trouble. Poet decides Poet left, did not waste time, he went home. Now it's just Pototo and Tutuko and Oket. Now they're thinking, what are we doing? Pototo has to go and do a delivery, a pickup at the airport. And he leaves Tutuko and Oket alone, saying that they might lock the door and keep the do not disturb sign on the door so that cleaners don't come in. Poet goes home. Torres was like, how can I go in that the Cause like, why is he coming back in the morning? He's apologized. He's going, no, I was out with the boys and I came back like a while ago. Just that I was outside. I was sitting having coffee. Goes to when he just got here. And then Torres wants to know, was it nice? Did you enjoy yourself? We level one share. He's like, you know what? To be honest, I shouldn't have gone then. Why it's all I know? And he didn't want to go, but also insisted. The next thing, Tinzolo comes wanting to clean the room. Oket Ajafas. Oket ran away. They took her to tell Tinzolo, no, man, there are people in here. But it's wrong because this room is supposed to be empty. As you know, Pototo booked it, blah, blah, blah. And then she left. Now Ututu was like, hi, you're such a coward, bro. How would you leave me to deal with all this alone while you go and hide? And then Utinzolo and the receptionist, they talked to Pototo when he came back from the operator how. When I was going on room 401 because we're hearing Guti, your friend Poet booked it, like it's all confusing. That room is supposed to be empty and there's nothing on the system. And then he says, hey, guys, you know this in Danes, please, man, don't do anything. We're gonna pay cash and blah blah blah. And then they take it, but we better bring the money then. Madlama is back home. Lihle prepared a nice breakfast for her and Tunzi before she left for varsity. And then umncane uyafika athi uzochecka nje uMadloma ukuthi unjani. uMadloma says she's not okay, especially because Udintle does not want to let Hloso go home emakhaya because uMadloma kamfuni duzane naye. Umthuzi says sifuna hambile la, we don't want him anywhere near us. Ubamncane says remember ukuthi Udintle nkosikazi wakhe, so there's nothing that we can do uma ufuna ukumgcina la. uMadloma is like, how abantu bakagasa, since when do you guys consider my feelings nkosikazi? Since when do you listen to nkosikazi? Now because it's Dintle, things have changed. Kanjani, this is annoying. And then he says ukuthi he wants him to go, but if he didn't there's nothing he can do. But umamncane wakhe is still around, so uzomgada. Yo, this is so annoying. And then Utsidi talks to Divet about, hey, I think the prayer really helped and blah, blah, blah. Now, all I want is to get married and be your wife. Divet tries to act like, no, I'm stalling, like, yeah, we're going to make that happen. Utsidi wants to know the budget so she can start planning the wedding, but Divet to Tara Mowalis. Handy Divet is already planning the wedding and decides to ask Kiriboni to help him plan the wedding because he wants it to be a surprise. Now Kiriboni is caught between Uirabeang, what does she do? Because obviously Utsid would want to plan her own wedding, but because she lied about dying, now she's even taken away from that, from those plans. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.